Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? In this particular video, we're going to talk about what's actually happening inside the P16's signal path. One of the members up there in Chris Huff's Facebook page, it's Behind the Mixer, the church sound support group. Now, Chris also runs a website, behindthemixer.com. Definitely go up there and check it out. A great group of people up there. It's about 40 or 34,000 strong. Chris has allowed me to be one of his moderators up there, and for those that watch my video, you know I'm also the admin over at X32 Rack Community, and that is X32 Rack user group up on Facebook as well. So here we go. Okay, I'm sitting here. This is my front of house. So I'm running these boards. I've got this audio coming in, and we'll listen to that here in a second. But what we're going to look at first is, where is that signal going for the P16? So if we come up to our routing here and we come over to the alternate, we can see that by default, these are set pre-EQ. Now, the P16s, they have their own EQ capability. So it really doesn't make any sense to send them a signal that's already been EQ'd. A lot of people, they spend hours tweaking their in-ear monitors, and all they really want is just a signal. They want a raw signal. Okay? So one thing I'm going to mention about this, you should always try and have one of these channels coming in for the talkback mic. Because if I'm running front of house, and before the show, I normally use a little air horn. And then once I get your attention, I can come through the mains or whatever I want to as far as my talkback mics. But you need to be able to hear that. Okay, so if you're using a P16, put one of your channels over there. All right. So let's go up to our meters now. Here we go. This is a very, very healthy signal. Now, right here on my monitors, as you can see over here on my master, I'm going to come up here to the monitor now. And I'm doing this after the fader level. That's what that means. Or after fader listen, some people will call it. So watch my monitors if I raise my mains up. See, it's instantly clipping. Look at my mains. They're instantly clipping. But yet my mix bus over here going out the bill, and the P16s, they're doing just fine. And that's because they're set to pre-fader. And that's exactly what you want, because if not, this is what's going to happen. Just so you know, I'm going to come back up here to the monitor, and I'm going to put this same way, pre-fader level, or pre-fader listen. So now on my monitors here, if I raise this up, as you can see, my mains will clip, but now my monitors, they'll be just exactly the way that I set them. Now I use a set of in-ear monitors when I'm running front of house. I come off the back of my X32 rack. And that way I can go up there and listen to whatever I want to. I can be walking the floor, got my iPad in hand using X32 mix, and absolutely loving life. Okay. So if we come over to the kick, we really can't use that one because I switched that over to the talkback mic. And then I bring up the bass here. If I come over to the meters, and we see that that's coming in on channel 2, because that's the way we set it up in routing. If I pull this down to where we have nothing coming in now, and I pull this down, as you'll see number 2 right there, it's up here that's regulating that input level. So if I bring my trim back up, watch channel number 2, it doesn't matter down here blending it into the board. Okay, I want that input level coming up here because it's a percussion or a low, a bass. I want it up there a little past that -18 at the loudest, and it's doing just exactly what it's supposed to. And now when I bring this up here, I've established my line level signal. And that's what you want to do. That's truly how you want to do it going through for the P16s. Your job is to simply supply that line level signal. It's going to be split internally and then sent out to the P16. Now, same way over here with Bill. When I click on his, this is what Bill wanted in his mix. So Bill's on pre-fader as well. So what does that do? Well, it does the same thing it does for your P16s. Okay, like I said, some of these folks, they spend hours doing this, and they don't want you messing with it once they get it done. And plus, one of the biggest reasons, and this is kind of going down that same rabbit hole, is Apple got sued and they lost. And this is what happened. You have the built-in limiters for your audio and things with Apple because they knew this. They didn't want to take responsibility for causing hearing damage. But what they didn't do is they didn't make their alert system run through those same limiters. Somebody had a child sitting in the back seat, sitting there playing with the iPhone, plugged in, everything was going great. All of a sudden, an alert goes off. And according to the articles, this child was permanently damaged with his hearing, 70% in both ears. Well, in 2020, 2021, 2022, getting ready to go into 2023, the United States, we're in a sue society. So I'm sure it was probably in the millions, even though they haven't disclosed it. And that's why you have these options here, that pre-EQ. Okay, if you wanted to make it to where you could adjust it with the fader, then you would simply come here and right mouse click it, and you would put it down here to post fader. But I highly suggest that you don't do that. Okay, you leave it right here. It is, pre-EQ. And this is also going to be pre-fader as well. Now, on the outputs for Bill, I come over here and I would do the exact same thing, pre-fader. So now the output going to Bill, the bus fader will not affect it. The only way he can get channels louder in his monitoring system is to go back in the send zone fader and make these adjustments here, which is fine, okay? Because Bill would know if it's starting getting too loud, he can turn his volume down, or he can simply remove them, okay? But this is what happens. When you come over to this bus now, and let's bring up our meters again. See when I pull it down, nothing happens. Because if I keep him at unity, I can literally take his entire mix and raise it 10 dBs. And that's where that hearing damage comes in. Okay, so if you're running hot signals and you've got this, by mistake, just regardless, your fault, their fault, it doesn't matter. Okay, it will not affect Bill at all. And as you can see, as the song's winding down, again, now the P16s are coming up, and this is what it sounds like.
Heading down the back roads, trying to make sense of it all. Waiting for a sign from the sky, but it just don't fall. Making up the lost time, trying to gain miles on my life. Wanting for a feeling that I know, but I just can't find. I don't wanna be a fool flying into the hands of a window pane.
Okay, so guys, the two key things with this is it all starts over here with your input signals. It will always start with the proper input gain settings. Once you get those established, if you look across my board now, okay, I'm within that 10 dB bracket. 5 above, 5 below. That gives you 10 dBs to blend these signals. And if you say, well, it's not loud enough, well, then your speakers are too small. If you say, look, man, the drums are overpowering everything, change your mics, move your mics. Get it to where you get the best sound, but those percussions coming in should not be any louder than a -10. Okay? But as far as the P16 signals and why they run the way that they do, this is why. All right? I hope you got something out of it. Merry Christmas. Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.